Okay, so finally, TJ is starting to push bullish. Again, the main so I understand my major flaw. What's been happening the past few weeks, but I can't act like I don't get so much value from a losing streak. I mean, let's be real. If you take the time out to go back and see what you could have done better, you always find it, if you know what you're looking for. So in this case, when I was trying to take buys, I was doing it way too early, right? So again, lower highs are what maintain a downtrend, and higher lows are what maintain an uptrend. So after we had these lower highs, lower highs, lower highs, I should have never been buying, thinking long term and buying before we had a break of a lower high. And that could be done on the 4 hour, the 1 hour. They both have valid structure, but in this case I had to go with the 1 hour to say, okay, look, we had this lower high, but then it was broken by these candles. So that probably makes sense why it retraced all the way to point A, point B, okay, to the 61.8. Price loves the 61.8. And then I was convinced after I saw this break right here. So after we had this bullish break, it was maintaining lower highs here, actually barely. Anyway, so lower highs maintained, not a break. It's actually not a break because closed back in the range, right? And then we have the next lower high, and then we have the next lower high, and then we have the next one, and then it broke, and that's pretty much my reason for entering in these buys. But at the same time, remember where we are. Right? Monthly support. You can see the daily candles. So you see you have a nice engulfing right here, and then you have a higher low being formed, especially with that little doji, and it's a higher low. If you go to the 12-hour, you see it's slowly starting to shift. And then you have this little trend line on the 4 hour where price is, you could say, about to break out. 1 hour has technically already broken out of this level. So everything's looking cute. For UCAD, I'm expecting the exact opposite. So when I put my fibs from point A to the new lower low, point B, it came up to the 38.2. Now, again, price action is more important than fibs. So go to the 30-minute. Wait. So 4 hour bearish. So we're gonna go, yeah. So the breakdown is on a 30-minute time frame, and all I'm looking for is a break of support. All right. So we see this level created support. We had the break, 1, 2, 3 nice full candles. Now I could have waited for either, honestly, actually, ideally you would wait for the next engulfing. So anything really after this, especially this candle right here, because it engulfed the previous candles, and then the stop loss would have been right here. So this right here, and then I wouldn't even do to the -27 in this case, mainly because, even though I can definitely go there, but mainly because low, higher high, higher low. So this is this a point A to point B? Hey, look at this. Looks like it's going bullish to me. But 38.2, I don't want to push it too much, you know what I mean? Even though it could definitely continue. Actually, seeing how price was moving over here, yeah. So you can either do this, see how price is acting on around that support, or right here. So that'll be a 1 to 8. So that's what I think is about to happen based on just structure. Gold. So I know y'all have been watching me get tossed around by gold. But then again, I just started trading it a few months ago, 2 months ago, and have never actually back tested it like I was supposed to. I just try to apply my understanding of structure onto this chart, but pretty much, I'm not even gonna go to the daily time frame because it's like, all right, I can go to the daily time frame, but I still think that we're bullish in terms of the overall, as in like, I think that this is the new relative point A to point B. So yes, 100%, it could totally come down here and still end up being like eventually, right? But until the daily actually switches over, it's a slim chance of that happening. Until then, simply bearish. We're bearish, right? So the current points that I have, so we created support here. We broke this support. So now I'm doing point A, point B, question mark, 27%. Is it? Point A. No, because this is not a new lower low of anything. So this would be point A, and this would be, here we go. I believe that this would be facts. It wouldn't be just this because, like, yeah, okay. I think might be correct about that, right? Because this is where you get the actual new low. Is it even? So let me try to. I guess it would be like this, but it's very weird. Anyhow. I took off like using the dollar as a confluence because really and truly, I prefer simplicity. Point A, point B, point C, point A, point B, point C, point A, point B, point C. We broke that level. I'll be wild. Hold on, because it could totally put in. Yeah, this makes more sense to me, honestly. That's what I was trying to figure out this whole time. So we have that. Trying to find like an area of confluence. So if price does continue going bearish, I do not fuck with that option. So I'm pretty much just trying to figure out where point B would go because there's no new lower lows being made, right? Which is what I was trying to figure out on the 4 hour, because this is the last higher low. Then we have this higher high. Then we have these higher lows, right? And then we have this low. This is the new low. Exactly. Okay. Okay. So I wasn't going crazy. So if price were to come up here, it would just be a 23.6 retracement. Would that even be valid? Depends on how price starts to act with the 30 minutes. So I'm just going to pretty much just leave this on my chart and just say, watch. Pretty much. That's all that would be. Actually, we didn't even really create any supports yet, but I'm assuming if price continues bullish and I have to track the supports, then maybe that'd be something to look up. But just maybe, because, you know, we don't know. She could just go right back bullish. Yeah, let's not even act like this is not a nice liquidity zone, all of this, right? Okay. All right. Okay. All right.